Shalom. Start by giving all fear, praises, glory, honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, or Kakwadash. Shalom to you, true warriors, true brothers, true apostles, elders that are really doing sincere work of the Lord, defending the gospel. Shalom to the elect, 144,000 men, and believers, men, women, children, that take heed and believe that dead in Yahushua shall rise first. And Lord willing, this is edifying. Gonna make a short, edifying video during atonement. I know brothers are going live soon, so we'll wrap up before brothers go live. I got brother Baya, and I was calling the brother. I was talking to him about how the signs are for the elect. See that the signs are not for the world, and the world sees these signs because it's so hard to ignore. But it's not for them, and it's not in favor of the world, but it's in favor of the elect, the ones that are seeking and waiting to be saved and to escape this hot mess, this whole wicked world that's corrupt, you know. Um, so let me get some precepts, brother. You can say anything.
Khan. Shalom. Uh, Yawam Kapar. I hope the brothers, whether on the East Coast, wherever you may be, West Coast, Central, or not even the country of America, which is Babylon the Great, a blessed atonement. And it was very powerful. It was very powerful, this atonement. And like the Lord said in Corinthians, when I am weak, I am strong. So when we get weaker in the flesh, we actually strengthen. We actually level up in the spirit, in the mind. And this is what this truth is all about. It's about growing. And just like what the brother said, these spiritual signs of the heavens and the times, anything going on, is for the elect. Just like the Lord said in Corinthians as well, how prophesying doesn't profit those that believe not, but only profits those of us that believe. So, and also the precept in James, I believe, where it says, if a man can't bridle his tongue, this man's religion is vain. And that's all our guys are in this truth. Their religion is vain. It's empty because they don't know how to control their mouth. And they don't think before they speak. They just speak, and then they start to think like, oh, shoot, what I do? And they still won't repent. There's no repentance to the wicked. They're not going to turn back to the Lord. God is not in all their thoughts. And there's a war going on, man. There's a serious war going on between the famous, highly exalted, against us lowly, us humble, us in the spirit. Gods was giants. Go ahead.
Come on, I got 2 Peter 3:8 says, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promises, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any shall perish, but that all should come to repentance." Right, and that's for the elect. The Lord wants all his elect. You see, and because he has prepared his mansions for us. He, the Lord said, "This world is for many, but the world to come is for few." And he wants the few men that are doing this work, today and growing. Now, um, see, the time, of Yahushai is different than the time here on the world in the earth, because the time that we're in, we're in that 11th hour, but the world, people that are comfortable in this place, they're not in the spirit of that 11th hour, of the Lord coming back and destroying this place. And that's why we separating ourselves from this world and from the corruptness of the world, and men that are not in the spirit. So the spirit of the Lord is in where haste is, you see. And so we're in the day of atonement, and we're fasting, and it reminds me of the Passover, So the Lord has these feast days to make us remember what our forefathers went through, what we went when the Lord was here. What did the Lord go through? So the Lord does everything for a reason, and even the signs in heaven and even the signs in earth, it correlates. It actually goes hand in hand with what the Lord is bringing and what time we're in. And so let me get this one, and I'll give it back to the brother. 1 Thessalonians 5, because I had a testimony that I told the brother last night when we started atonement. I woke up a couple of times in the middle of my sleep because there was thundering, like strong thundering, and I have a long time without hearing strong thunderings like that. But it's spiritual because when we had that camp um, last night, the brother brought out how like only a few were able to hear the voice of the Lord, and the voice of the Lord is strong, you see, and the multitude, it's just thinks, oh, it's just a thunder, and it's just that, it's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence, you see, and the Lord is letting us know His presence. 1 Thessalonians 5, 1 Thessalonians 5. Let me start at verse 1. Let's see here. Come on. Let's see. It reads, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, Peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are of the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." So, see, the Lord wants us to watch and continue watching as the watchers, you see, because the Lord, he's on his way, and his spirit is here, the Lord is in us, but what is coming is his wrath. The second death is arriving, and that's why we have to be in a spirit of fearing the Lord's power and strength and wrath, so that we can continue in his way, and continue hearing him, and follow everything he's telling us and commanding us, you see. Because if you start fearing the world and the corruptness of the world, and you start fearing Esau, and you start fearing men, then that means you're going to start hearing men more than the Lord. So it's a very important thing that you fear your master, and that's Yahushai, because you fear who you serve. Go ahead, brother.
Con. And a lot of men's master isn't really Yahushai. That's why Yahushai said he knows who his sheep are. He know his sheep, and the sheep know the Lord, but these guys that dishonor Yahushai, they don't know the Lord. They don't know the ways of the Lord. The ways of the Lord are totally contrary to the ways of this world. This world tells you to be accepted, be accepted in college, be accepted in these camps, and then you're in the truth. That has nothing to do with you being in the truth. You don't have to be in the camp. You don't have to be in GMS and send ties and, get the love of men. See, the true men of the Lord were hated of men. They were despised, rejected of men. Yahushai was, Joseph was, Moses was. Moses and Aaron were hated in the camp when you read Psalms 106. And this is the side of the truth that no one really likes to bring out. When you go to Psalms 106, which I'll grab. Psalms 106.
Right. So that means that if you loved in this wicked world, then you have to be wicked to be loved. And the elect, we don't want to be loved in this place. We don't want to surround ourselves with wicked, corruptible men that just care about themselves. And I'll get this while you get that. Let me get this. Matthew 24 in verse 32. It says, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, yea, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation should not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away." Right? So the Lord is telling us, just like the fig tree, right? Or just like when we see nature, when you see the flowers blossoming up, we know it's spring. Well, the same thing when we see the times becoming evil and men becoming more corruptible, and we, getting more hate because what the truth, that we're bringing out. The more hate we get from corruptible men, the more we know that we are closer to the Lord coming back. Go ahead, bro. Are you on mute? Yeah, go ahead.
So let me bring this out. Psalms 106 and verse I saw verse like 10. It says, then
I think
and the
the
waters
mic might be
covered
too
the
low.
earth. Oh, Zakia. Hold on. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, it's better. Good.
All right. And so this is Psalms 106 and verse 11. It says, "And the waters covered their enemies. There was not one of them left." It says, verse 12, "Then believed they his words, and they sang his praise. They soon forgot his works. They waited not for his counsel." See, so they lost patience. It says, "But lusted exceedingly in the wilderness, and tempted God in the desert. And he gave them their requests, but sent leanness into their soul." Right? So the Lord gave them what they wanted. But sent, matter of fact, I can give me that word for leanness in their soul in Psalms 106 and verse 15.
Come on.
Here's a point, verse 16. "They envied Moses also in the camp, and Aaron the saint of the Lord." So they envied the true leaders of our nation that actually delivered them out of Egypt. In that time in the wilderness, a lot of our Israelites, they want to go back to Egypt. And that's what guys are doing. They're trying to go back to this world. They want to go back to normal. They love this world. And while you're looking for that, I'm going to also bring out Numbers 11
Psalms 106
and 15, yeah.
Come on.
Numbers 11 and 31. Matter of fact, 33. It says, "And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague."
Mm.
So our people are plagued because they're carnally minded, and all they care about is carnal bread. They think as the heathens think.
I got the word for leanness.
Come on, the water.
Is scantness, wasting, of disease.
You see, so the Lord said, they're diseased, man, because they got what they wanted here, but they got the carnal reward, and the this world, it gets men disease. It means that word disease. It's when you're not at ease in your body, and guys are not at ease. They're not at rest. They're not at rest. Like how Shad, when he was on the boat, he was sleeping. He was sleeping. He was at rest.
Mm.
You know, when that wind and on that storm was happening, he wasn't worried about the storm. He was sleeping through it. You see? Go ahead.
Right, and then it also says it means scantness, which means um, says providing grudgingly. See, so the false prophets, they do these things without the right spirit. They're teaching falsely, and they basically uh, uh, provide provoking the sheep to walk in temptation and walk in corruptness, because we're not really supposed to care about how men look at us. We're not supposed to care about how much money we can get, you know, or give, but we're supposed to be caring about how we can bring our people back to the Lord, bring the sheep back to the Lord. That's what the Lord meant when he said, "If you love me, feed my sheep." It means to look out and try to help the lost sheep come back to the Lord, because that's what the Lord rejoices on. See, the Lord is pleased on that. So if the Lord is pleased and rejoices when a lost sheep is found, you see, obviously he's going to be pleased with the shepherd that helped that happen.
Yeah.
So let me get First Corinthians. Well, actually, let me get something else here. Let's see, Acts 2:19. Slack, let me get this one first, 'cause I want to get this one out. Job 35:5, because the Lord is telling us to watch, and you can't be corrupt and blow the trumpet when it needs to be blown. You see, because the guys, a lot of all these corruptible men, all these false prophets, they're false prophets because they've sold out. They've taken the bag. They've broken the covenant of the Lord and started a new contract with Satan. And that means they've changed into darkness. They're not the children of light, they're darkness. Job 35, Job 35:5. Let's see. Okay. It says, "Look unto the heavens and see, and behold the clouds which are higher than thou. If thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou unto him? If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? or what receiveth he of thine hand? Thy wickedness may hurt a man as thou art, and thy righteousness may profit the Son of Man. By reason of the multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry. They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty, but none saith, where is Hamashiach, my maker, who giveth songs in the night, who teacheth us more than the beasts of the earth, and maketh us wiser than the fowls of the heaven. There they cry, but none giveth answer because of the pride of evil men. Surely Yahweh Shai will not hear vanity, neither will the Almighty regard it. Although thou sayest thou shalt not see him, yet judgment is before him. Therefore trust thou in him. But now, because it is not so, he hath visited in his anger, yet he knoweth it not in great extremity. Therefore doeth Job open his mouth in vain. He multiplied words without knowledge. So, see, when I read this, what comes to mind, right, is the wicked man, the false prophets, right? They oppress, the ones that are oppressed. They make us more oppressed in a spirit. So that's why we don't follow false prophets. We don't have respect of persons. You see, and like verse 9 says again, by reason of multitude of oppressions, they make the oppressed to cry, and they cry out reasons by reasons of the arm of the Almighty. So we want the arm of Yahushai to come and lift us out of this place. And you see, so the pride of evil man, they make you less strong. They actually make you weaker. So it's a burden to even speak to a prideful man, and the so like we all been there, and that's why we have broken down bridges, because the Lord said, don't throw your precious stones or precious um, things to the dogs, or swine, or beasts. So we come in a time where if you have a big circle, then you have to check yourself, man, because the Lord said that He only deals with few, and wherever there's a multitude, that represents a broad gate, respective persons and pride, and I'll pass it to the brother, but um I got one more precept, but I know the brother's going live soon. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and it's sad because you made that point how, in Job, how the Lord gives more understanding to us than the beasts of the earth. And a lot of guys are in a beast mind frame
Mhm.
where only they're thinking about is themselves and their flesh. Food, eat, sex, and that's it. And the lust of the flesh, the eyes, is not of the Lord, but is of the world. And you can't ignore what's being said through the Spirit at this moment right now. There's a very huge division happening in this truth right now. And I got this precept, 1 Corinthians 9 and verse 16. It says, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. So you got men, they're like glorying, but their glorying is not good because they're not even preaching the gospel, man. They don't even teach John, Luke, Mark, Matthew, and they don't even really like get into it. The only thing they get into is like high holy days and themselves in their own fucking camp. And a lot of guys are hypocrites. A lot of guys are false, they're fake, and they're misleading the people. It says, verse 17, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation or the gospel is committed unto me, right? So this is not, we're not doing this by force or like it's because of job we have to get money. We're doing this out of our own charity, out of our own time, because we're redeeming the time back to the Lord, and we love the Lord, and we love the sheep, and this is why we do this. It says verse 18, what is my reward then? Verily that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Yahushua without charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel. So the guys, they're like, someone's like, oh, you're sexually abusing me, or you verbally abuse me, and like, that's what guys are raping the flock, man. And it's without charge, Yahushua, man. Lord said in Isaiah, come to waters and drink freely. Freely you have given this truth, freely give it. But guys, man, they're all about their money themselves, and that's why a lot of you guys and all these camps are gonna die horrible deaths. And we see through you. We see your heart. We see your intents, man. We see the intents of the heart. We have spiritual power already, man. For all you slow bellies out there. Oh, and when we get spiritual power, when the family of the word comes, it's already happening, man. It's already happening.
Right.
Guys are so wicked they can't see, man. And they're so dull of hearing they can't hear what we're saying because they're wicked. And that's why the Lord said, let the wicked be wicked still. And when the Lord brings this flood, man, it's gonna be a flood like none other, man. It's gonna be a flood like none other. He's gonna bring the worst of heathens upon our nation, Esau, and then he's gonna bring that fire, man. And it's gonna be quick. And we're praying for a few days, man. We're praying for a few days. And when we keep these high holy days, we keep in remembrance of the judgments and how swift the Lord came to judge the earth and take away the righteous from the wicked. And we don't care who it is, man. If you ain't with us, you against us. Go ahead.
Right. And you see, the Lord is pouring out His Spirit in us, and He's causing us to actually see more and speak out and blow the trumpet, and it's a miracle and a mercy act of Yahushua to allow us to be His mouthpiece. And I got closing precept. This is Acts of Apostles 2, verse 11, verse 14. Because what guys are acting like is like we're drunk. You see, so verse 14 says, but Peter, standing up with the 11, lifted up his voice and said unto them, ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell at Jerusalem, be this known unto you, and hearken to my words, for these are not drunken as ye suppose, seeing it is but the third hour of the day, but this is that which was spoken of the prophet Joel, and it shall come to pass in the last days, said Yahweh Shem Yashai, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. You see? And that's what we're doing, whether guys accept it or not. You see? That's a heavy prophecy. When the Lord said that there's going to be many antichrists, false prophets. We're going to be kicked out the synagogues, just like the Lord got kicked out. That's a prophecy, and we're bringing it out. You see, now, guys, when I say, oh, we're against prophesying, what are you talking about? You see, you're a liar, and you're of saying, you're just like Satan. You're just like your father. He was a liar and the father of it, a deceiver. They like to take what we say and then they change it, just like they change themselves. They like to change what we say. And the Lord is coming back to destroy you, wicked men, and kill you and put you in the fire, because you're not what the Lord wants. So you're actually in the way of the Lord, and He's gonna destroy you, because we're in a time of the harvest, and He's gathering His wheat in His barn, which is the elect. And if you're not seeing eye to eye with the elect, you're not seeing eye with the few, but You see, because these wicked men, they're focused on seeing eye to eye with the multitude so that they can receive more gifts, so that they can receive more praises. They don't care about the few. They don't care about the small number. But we don't care about the multitude. So it's perfect, you see. So the Lord is focused on the few, and that's what we care about. What is the Lord saying, and what is the Lord focused on, and what does He want from us? And that's all I got to say.
And I got my last precept here. 2 Corinthians 11:4 says, "For if he that cometh preaches another Yahushai, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him." It says, verse 4, "For I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostles. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been truly made manifest among you in all things," right? And what we've been manifesting is that we are actually in Yahushua, and Yahushua is in us. We are one with him. And a lot of guys are actually preaching a different Yahushua. They're preaching a different Christ, and they're preaching a whole different spirit, a whole different image, and a whole different a whole different man that they think the Lord wasn't. The Lord wasn't praised and double honored and famous. He was hated. He was rejected of men. And guys reject him not in their words. In their words, they show much love. So you're not going to see them say that. But through their works, they reject Yahushua, man. They reject the Lord. They rejected us. And that's why they're rejects to the Lord. They're reprobate, silver. And the Lord is going to deny them. He's going to say, "I never knew you. Depart from me." And they already departed from the Lord. And that's why the Lord said in Sirach, "Forsake not his ministers, forsake not his priests." And that's what this world has done. That's what a lot of you camps have done. And you don't want to talk about us because you know damn right that we're right and you're wrong. And you're trying to milk out the clock. You're trying to prolong Satan's kingdom, man. Because you got rewarded here. This is your rest. This is not our rest, man. And that's it, I'm good.
Hey, you brothers, stay sharp. Make sure that when you break the fast, you break it with something nutritious, and not leaven, and I'm speaking also in the spiritual way too, because you see when you fast, you see it's not a diet, it's more of a spiritual act and sacrifice. And you got to be thinking of Yahushai, because this is what it felt, this flesh suffering. The Lord suffered way more than what we're suffering right now, and it allows us to really connect even more with the Lord. So it's a fight, it's a spiritual fight that we have to fight within ourselves.
Beautiful said. Yeah, so definitely break your fast with something good for your body, because that's where our soul and our spirit is in right now. We got to take care of ourselves. So a smoothie, a juice, all natural smoothie, with greens in it, ginger, make sure you take care of yourself, and
Come on. Hey, all praises, fear, glory,
yeah,
honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem
Yahushai.
Yahushai, and about the ball. Stay sharp, brothers. Keep them prayers up, and pray for a few days.
Come on, brother. Hey, we'll see y'all on the SmackDown, man.
Come on.
Shalom.